everybody, Holly Simoni here for Spellbinders Paper Arts, and here in Wyoming today we have quite a bit of snow, which really got me thinking about creating a holiday party invitation. So we've got a pocket invitation here that I'm going to show you how to create, and also a really quick and easy, fun party favor. So thanks so much for joining me today. Okay, to get started, I wanted to show you that I actually did all the cutting for this card in one pass. And how I achieved that was I have two pieces of cardstock here on the labels 23. And so I've got my white cardstock. I also laid the red on top of it, my craft, and then my white again. And I put on my cutting plate and sent that through and cut all these pieces in one pass. It's really nice that you can cut more than one piece of cardstock. Depending on how thick it is, some of the really heavy glitter stuff you might have to send through twice, but this cut really beautifully for me. Then I also embossed in one pass. I put the embossing mat on top and then the embossing plate and sent that through the grand caliber. So one pass was to cut all the pieces, and the second pass was to emboss all the pieces. Now I'm going to leave this here on my grand caliber A base plate just so you can see the white. I started with the white for the back of my card, and then I have my red piece that I had cut. I laid that on top of my white and kind of decided exactly where I wanted to cut to make my Santa pocket. So I did almost in half, a little larger than half. And so that's how we're going to create our pocket. Then I also cut a piece of black glitter cardstock, and this is going to kind of create Santa's belt here. You can trace it, you can use your die cut, however you'd like to do that. Then for the smaller piece here, I went ahead and got my craft knife out, and I just made two lines right here that I cut, and that is so that I can thread my Santa belt through here. And you can just kind of measure how big you want to cut those. And the nice thing about this glitter paper is that it slides really nice. So then you get that look. So that's kind of for your pocket. You adhere all that together. Then the next step I did is I wanted to actually create the invitation. I used some waltzing mouse stamps and laid each piece on my acrylic block. And then I did a test stamp to make sure that everything was lined up. The nice thing about using acrylic blocks and these acrylic stamps is that you can see exactly where you're stamping. So I just kind of lined that up in the center. And then I hand wrote in that it's going to be a party and it's Saturday, December 3rd, 7 p.m. And so this will fit really nicely right in there for a little Santa pocket. That's really a fun project and very quick and easy. I also tied some ribbon around it. You could add a little tag. You could put some ribbon on the top, kind of really personalize it how you'd like it. Okay, so to create the quick little party favor, I took some craft colored cardstock and I inked up this waltzing mouse star stamp with red ink. Went ahead and stamped that, and then I used the Marion Bright sentiment, put that on its own acrylic block, inked it up with black ink, and inked my sentiment. I really like the contrast that you get between using two different colored inks. Then I took my die template, this is Stars 5, and lined it up right where I wanted it, around my stamped sentiment. And then I adhered it with a piece of removable tape to my cut plate there. You can see that little piece of tape. So that secures the die so it doesn't slip around when you're sending it through the grand caliber machine. So you go ahead and add your A base plate, send that through, and then once you cut it, I take it off my cut plate, put it onto my B base plate, and put on my embossing mat, and use my embossing plate, and then send that through the grand caliber machine also. So that's how you get that nice little star tag. And I like to put a sentiment on both sides. You could put a to and from message. You could really decide how you would like to do that. Then you just tie some glitter or some tinsel around the candy cane, and that's how you create your party favor. So that's all there is to creating this fun party invitation and party favor. Thanks so much for joining me today. Stay warm.